Welcome to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports on this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day it is. Hot Tuesday. That's what we're going to call it. Hot Tuesday before the big game. You know what time it is, folks. It's the Red River Shootout with my Boomer Sooner. Boomer Sooner. Practice report. I'll be bringing my man Big E on here in a minute. We're going to talk a little bit about OU football. They're sitting at, 5-0, going against the struggling Texas. But, folks, you can't count this game out. Texas is Texas. Their coach is good. Manning is struggling because his girlfriend broke up with him. That's the inside scoop, folks. His girlfriend has broke up with him, so he's struggling. I don't know if that's true or not, but we're going to bring the man on that might know all the answers. My man, Big E. Welcome to the show, Big E.
Thank you. And yeah, Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner.
Got to throw down one of these real quick.
Boom, boom,
You know what week it is.
It's Boomer Sooner, Coach.
Yeah.
Boomer Sooner. Big E, what's going on, man? We ain't talked in a couple of weeks, but we got a lot going on with with OU's quarterback being hurt. I really thought he'd get to play this week. So what's your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, if you're reading between the lines of what Coach Venables is saying and how the team is practicing indoors this week and not letting the media in as much as they usually do.
Why do you think that is?
I think they're trying to get Mateer to play and they're trying to keep it tight to the vest. I mean, because you talk about, they they practiced indoors Monday. They practice indoors again today on Tuesday. So, and normally they're out there. They got their little practice stadium out on the side of the field. And I remember when I was going to school there's a balcony on top of Gaylord College, which is the journalism college. And, I would go up there and watch practice from time to time. But they know that. They know that people can, go up there and see
what's going on.
So, yeah, they've been practicing at the indoor facility this week. And the weather has been amazing. Like today was amazing. I remember I walked outside on my break for work. And I'm like, man, I should be on the golf course right now. This weather is just too perfect. But yeah, I was pretty upset that I had to be at work and I wasn't on the golf course today. But that's being an adult.
Big E, that's what happens when you become an adult.
Yeah.
You got to go to work.
Yeah. So
that's what happens.
Yeah. But yeah, super excited for this game. If somebody were to tell you before the season started that by the time OU and Texas play, one team would be at 2 losses and one team would be undefeated.
I would have picked OU. OU, I mean, Texas come in number 1. Big E, I really think Texas' deal is that Manny came in really, really overrated. A lot of pressure saying he's going to win the Heisman. And, I mean, so when you got all that on a young man that hasn't really started and he's just, 18, 19 years old, he's living up to the Manning name. And so he has a lot of struggle. He's on the struggle bus right about now. Sometimes you see flashes like, man, this kid is really good. And you see flashes like, this kid is not bad. And I tell you the other day, he brought his backup in and he threw the ball good, but the problem is you got all these donors that donates all this money and they want to see that guy in. It's kind of like what happened with Jackson Arnold when he was at OU. You got this guy like, hey, we got to get this kid here. He comes here and he hasn't paid out what he be. Now I'm hearing that Jackson Arnold might be about to sit for Auburn. So sometimes these kids are overhyped, overrated, coming out of high school. They might go play at a big school in Texas, but when you got stars around you that you throw the ball to and they can take it 80 yards, guess what? Your stats look good. Are you really that good? So I just think I'm not going to count Texas out because it's a rival game.
Right.
It's right there. They have nothing to lose. They don't want to have 3 losses. Winning this game would get them back to everybody talking. And being Texas who they are, it might get them back in the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's the big thing. Texas has everything to lose and everything to gain at the same time with this game. And
yes, sir.
You look at OU's schedule just after OU Texas. I mean, it only gets tougher from there. You coming up. You got Ole Miss and Alabama and LSU, and then Missouri. Missouri looks really good. They're undefeated. I was
there's South Carolina. I'll be on the plane next Friday morning. I fly out and I'm heading to South Carolina. Me and Crawford and Luttrell. So
you'll have to let me know how that atmosphere is.
Man, it's gonna be hey Big E. You better hope they keep winning because you might be going on the trip. I forgot about you.
I know.
So,
I'm over here. I've been thinking about it. I'm like, man, where's the national championship this year?
National champion. My kids might not get Christmas because their Christmas will be paying for you. They're like, Dad, what's our gift? So check E out. He's at the national championship game because I told him if they win, he gets to go. But no, I tell you right now, I will say I'm not too fired up if Hawkins is a quarterback. I mean, I know they say he's gotten better with the new offensive coordinator, but he still looked like the same old Hawkins to me, running around wild like his head's cut off, throwing balls up. You beat Kent State, 43-0. I think if the QB starts, I think that, we probably beat them 60-0. You never know. But I'm still worried about the running game too. X-Rob still is not getting no touches, so what's called did come back, number 0, Oat. What is it? He did come back. But I do like the one young man a lot though. The number 6,
Blaylock.
I like Blaylock a lot. Mookie Blaylock's little son, I guess that it is. It's on the football field. But I do like him a lot. I just don't know about Hawkins. I just don't know if he can get the job done. I mean, how do you feel about him?
I'm confident enough that he could operate here's the thing with OU's offense this year. If Mike Hawkins has to be the one to start, he has weapons. That wide receiver room isn't depleted. Deion Burks is still out there. Isaiah Satania, Jaron Canick, he has the most receiving yards out of any tight end in the nation. And, you got guys in the backfield that can make stuff happen too. And Torrey Blaylock, Jaden Ott, and, X-Rob, if they decide to give him any touches, I don't think this will be the game that.
Well, you know what? Inside source kind of told me that he's been kind of banged up. That's what I kind of hold.
Yeah, he was banged up in fall camp for sure.
So, he got a little foot injury, but I could see him getting in this week. Big ball game. He's a load, and once he gets going, man, that he's been a big time running back.
Last year at Alabama, he's the reason they won. Or when we hosted Alabama, but yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just tell you right now. So you never count him out. I mean, what happened to Tate? Where Tate at? I mean, he just not playing. He just strictly baseball.
I guess he still has trouble holding on to the ball.
Man, I
don't know, but yeah, I think. But you talk about OU's, struggling to rush the ball. So's Texas. Arch Manning is their leading rusher with 175 yards.
Man, that's not very good. But that's what scares me because you never know what's going to happen in this game.
Right.
Kickoff.
It's one of those games
early
where,
game.
You can throw the records out. You can it doesn't matter what record is whose, and what the expectations were coming into the season and what the team brought. And it's a crazy game. I expect it to be a crazy game. I still think it'll be close. But the one thing this year is that out of the two of the last 3 years, OU wasn't even competitive in this game. It's been, OU has been injured, whether their starting quarterback was out or their wide receiver room and O-line was depleted. You don't have that problem this year.
No, you got some depth.
So, I really do think John Mateer is going to play this week. I think he's going to try to push through it. Maybe you see Mike Hawkins go out there, first couple snaps or whatever, maybe to mess with, Texas' head a little bit. But I do think John Mateer will be good to go for the game because, I think the writing's on the walls just with everything that Brent Venables said in his press conference today, kind of dodging the question but still answering it, but, coach speak. And, and them practicing indoors this week. So I think –
What about the receiver that got hurt, Lewis? Is he okay?
Man, I actually haven't heard much on his status, but that was scary. I remember I was watching the game with my mom on Saturday. That was just you got to put some padding on those walls, and then OSU has the same problem too on the sidelines. You got to. They have padding on the sidelines, I believe.
Yeah, we got to get some padding there. So far out of 5 games, what impressed you so much? So far about the Sooners. Besides the defense has played great. I thought
they're the best defense in the nation. Statistically, you go down there like 1 or 2 in every defensive category. And
Stone's starting to play really good. Stone is playing
Stone,
lights out.
yes, absolutely. I think he's probably starting to turn some heads of NFL scouts and everything like that. He'll be draft eligible after next season, so I'm sure NFL scouts are kind of licking their chops, looking at that guy and what he's done over the past couple weeks. So, but yeah, this defense has been amazing. The secondary, you're finally healthy in the secondary too. You get Eli Bowen back this past week, and then that true freshman corner that you got, Cortland Guillory. I'm a really big fan of him. He has that swag and that cockiness that you need.
Was that number 4 that kept getting beat up by?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he got a little, he got exposed a little bit against Auburn against Cam Coleman, but
that's the top. He's the top. He's the top pick in the NFL. So hey, anytime you cover somebody like that, it's only gonna make you 10 times better. But what about Gentry? Is he not playing or what?
He's playing, but I think he's been banged up a little bit too. I mean, he's been playing because he's had to with Eli Bowen out, but I think they're going to rotate him in. That's the thing about the defense. You're going to rotate guys in everywhere. I mean, you're not going to see the same 11 starters the whole game on defense. They rotate guys in on the defensive line and at the linebacker position and in the secondary, just to kind of give the offense different looks and everything like that. So yeah, defense is good. And then I think the most shocking player
tight end
for me, yes, Jaron Kanik. Like when that first depth chart came out, I saw Jaron Kanik as the tight end one. I was like,
"What is going on?"
Yeah, I knew he
like
Venables. I knew he
Venables. What's going on here, Venables? I mean, come on, man. Have you lost your mind?
Yeah, but for him to lead the nation amongst tight ends and receiving yards,
he's good and he's fast.
Yeah, it's crazy fast. I mean, he was a track athlete in high school, ran like a 10-second 100-meter dash, something like that. So, just a freak athlete, and I'm glad he finally found like his groove, because I had high expectations for him at linebacker just because of how athletic he was, but he's more natural on the offensive side of the ball for sure.
No, he's a good player, man. I think like I said, he's kind of the QB's security blanket. I mean, he can go to. Like I said, I'm not saying Hawkins cannot get the job done. I would like to have the QB1 in the game just because of the simple fact. It's what he does. I don't know if he's going to be able to run a lot this week, so we got to, for us to go off and try to get to a national championship, we got to get the running game going. Yeah. They're still talking about the offensive line because, we got some of the top dogs that came in that's been top recruits and, still not blocking to the greatest, but they're still doing enough, he doing enough, that can get the job done. Now, Mateer, if he can go out and have a big game against Texas this week, I think he can get back in that Heisman talk. Yeah. He go out there and throw for 3 touchdowns and, maybe run for 1, throw for 307 yards and, maybe one pick. I think he's back in the hunt for Heisman because he has played and he's taking a team that what they go last year, 6 and 7.
Yeah. 6
and 7. Just that much. Don't get me wrong, not just him, but the team in general. But he's done a lot with that offense. They can score. They can score at any time now. They can get the ball down the field and he can run and then he can pass. So I think you got it going on, man. I'm really excited about this game this Saturday, 2:30 kickoff. I think the play's going to be jumping down there at the Cotton Bowl. Hopefully the weather's good. Hope everybody drives safe. But I just think right now, you can get by this one. Now next week will be tough because they're going to South Carolina. Sanders is a good quarterback. You don't think about him. He's a hit miss. You don't know what you're going to get from him. You might get the Heisman-looking guy, or you might get the guy that looks like he just got off a JV game.
Right. That game feels trappy next week.
Yeah, that is. It's a trap game. You're exactly right. You couldn't say it any better. It's a trap next week. But I think Venables knows, man. He got these guys, especially these guys that are seniors. You might not even get this opportunity again. And, right now, they're the top dog in SEC. And Alabama's playing good. I mean, I can't take that from Alabama. I think Alabama is a top-notch team. You saw Texas get upset by Florida, but Florida's a good team. They got a top-notch quarterback. But they don't know how to win. They find ways to lose ball games instead of win ball games. But last week they did. I don't know if Texas was thinking about OU and got trapped up in that game and got beat. But like I said, Manning has not looked good this year. But you got a great mind like Shark. I mean, he can change things around. They're going to do some things this week to change the offense. You probably see him run a little bit more because OU's OU's nemesis has always been on the defensive side of the ball is a running quarterback. But I got to ask you this question because somebody asked me a few weeks ago, what is the deal with the running backs at OU? It seems like when they leave DeMarco Murray, they end up going somewhere. And you look at old boy at Florida State, he's having a hell of a year. And you see these backs at OU, it's like they can't get going, but as soon as they leave OU, they become big time backs.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's weird. I don't know if it's DeMarco's philosophy. I don't know if the Ben Arbuckle is wanting to do this, or whoever I forget, Seth Luttrell, if that's what he was wanting to do last year. But these running backs aren't getting enough touches in a game to warm up.
No, you got to
you got to keep feeding them. You got to get them warmed up. You got to let them see like where the holes are at and everything like that, so that they can hit them. But you throw a running back out there for a series, and then you bring another running back out there for the next series, and you bring another running back out there for the next series. It's like you got to ride the hot hand.
No, I don't think they get a chance. I bet you don't have a back. I bet you don't have a back this year that has over 15 carries
in a game. That's very possible. I mean, I don't know if that's happened yet or not. I'd have to look at the stats. But
yeah, I'm just saying. I bet you don't have one. I mean, if you do, it's probably right at between 15 and 20. Nothing over that.
Yeah, so it's crazy. I think, but I don't know. I think the quarterbacks that we have. I mean, the quarterback run game's working. I mean, John Mateer is able to, he can gain some yards with his feet and score with his feet. So I don't know. It's still weird. I think it's probably best if OU parts ways with DeMarco Murray. Even with him being the great running back that he was here.
You think so?
I think. Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's able to recruit and get him in, but what you said is right. They leave, go elsewhere, because even Hollywood Smothers at North Carolina State.
Yeah,
he's a good running back. He was at OU initially. Didn't really, he was in a loaded running back room at the time, but he leaves and he's able to do his thing. So I don't know. I don't know who you bring in to replace him, honestly. But I mean, it's been the same problem every single year.
Well,
you bring in the best running back in the transfer portal.
That's it.
And he's not able to get going. I mean, he's 100% healthy now, because I know he had the knee injury last year. But you have the most touted running back in the transfer portal last year. It was between OU and Georgia. He picked OU over Georgia.
Yeah.
And you're not able to get him going. Which, thankfully, Torrey Blaylock, I mean, he's been good.
He's been good.
But
the rest of OU's running back has been like this. That's what it's been like, Big E. I mean, that's what it's been like, man. And for a big time SEC team, that's OU was known for running with the triple option with Jamel Holloway, Charles Thompson, all those guys. And we can't get the running game going. But like I said, you want to be kind of both. You want to be able to run and throw, because you don't want people to start bailing out or playing a nickel on us, because they can beat us with their front four up front on the D line. So we got to get the running game going. I think this week is going to be a big test. I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think the score is going to be, I think it'll be 21-14, 24-17, something like that. I don't think you're going to get a bunch of points this week.
Yeah, I think so. The spread right now, Texas is favored by 1.5. Texas is favored by 1.5.
How is Texas favored over a team that's ranked in the top 5? What is Texas ranked?
I think it has to do with Mateer playing or not playing. I think this is assuming that John Mateer isn't playing. I think if it gets out that Mateer is playing before you may see the line change like 5 minutes before kickoff.
Man, I'm telling you right now.
I think if that's the case, I think if Mateer's in there, I think OU would the odds would change.
Well, the other day OU was favored by 3, so now they're
no. That OU was never. I think Zoe just fell off your wall, right?
Zoe fell. Oh, Zoe. This is a football show. She's basketball anyway. We'll get her later.
But I think initially I saw the line opened. Texas favored by 4.5, and then each day it's dropped. Like yesterday it was 3.5. Today it's 2.5, or now it's down to 1.5. But I don't know. It's interesting. I think it's because maybe Vegas knows. I am
Yeah.
convinced of this. Vegas knows. Maybe they're getting kind of tipped off right now that Mateer may not play, but I think, as the week goes on, that line's been getting closer and closer and closer because, the money line, it's even. It doesn't matter if you bet on OU or Texas.
Yeah.
You're going to make the same amount of money no matter who wins, as it stands right now. But yeah, it's interesting, and I know this is like a high school sports show, and we shouldn't be talking about gambling, but I don't know. I think it's interesting to see, how those lines move and everything like that. But
this is called keeping 100.
Yeah.
You say this is OU practice, but
well,
we're not
no,
talking
I
high
just know
school.
some parent out there is like, we're talking about gambling on a high school. We're talking college football though. So
hey, half of these kids in high school probably gambling on the game.
Yeah, they got Prize Picks, Underdog. They're on it all.
I just got one. I mean, LeBron James, the GOAT himself. You heard what I said. The GOAT is he got the little thing. Him and Kevin Hart. I started one. I think it's the top dog, underdog, make dog. I'm scared to play it because I don't even know how to pick it. I got some money on it, but I haven't done it yet. So my buddy had me sign up the other day. My son-in-law, he does really good on it, man. But I'm not telling kids that's what they got to go do. Wink, wink. But you know what I'm saying?
Don't do it. I've been doing it all season, and it's bad. I'm not even going to tell you how much money I've lost this season, but it's been bad.
Hey, as long as you still can pay your mortgage and stuff like that, you're all right.
Yeah, all the bills are paid. The lights are on. The lights are on. There's food on the table. There's clothes on my back. Everything's taken care of. But yeah, there could have. Yeah, I've lost a little bit this year so far.
Wow, there's nothing wrong with that. What else going on, Big E? Let's talk about the OSU. I know this ain't the OSU practice report, but what's going down there on Stillwater? Gundy's fired. They fired the defensive coordinator. Hey, if I'm on OSU staff, I'm scared to be on the staff because you might get fired the next day.
Right. Yeah. No, that's interesting. We haven't talked since Gundy got fired, but it's yeah, I mean it's crazy. I never thought I'd see the day that Mike Gundy would get fired from OSU, but I always thought Gundy was going to leave on his own terms, but just with what has happened the past, 3 years, I guess. I mean, OU and Texas leave the conference, right?
Mm-hmm.
That should have been OSU's conference. As soon as OU and Texas left, I mean, OSU should have been able to take over that conference. And the fact that they went winless in the conference last year, they're probably well on their way to doing that again this year.
Yes, they're not. They might win one more game, if that. Right. If that.
Yeah, and it's crazy, but I think Mike Gundy. I mean, he was a great coach. He was Oklahoma State football, and sad to see somebody that is that great. That's how he gets out. Maybe he does end up coaching somewhere else. I don't see it happening, but I think. But as far as like new head coaches, this is something that I'm not saying that this is going to happen or that it should happen, but just something that I've been thinking about. How crazy would it be if the next Oklahoma State head coach is Coach Montgomery from Bixby? I don't think that's too far.
Hey,
I'm just saying, hey, everybody who's played or come through that program or has been close to that program
you know what?
Has said it is like it's like a college program.
I like that because I mean I got to give you some love on that because no, that's not what I was looking for.
Yeah,
but
you just made it weird now, Tony.
Yeah, I kind of put the Montgomery. I don't think he has anything left to prove it in high school football. I mean, he's 1 and 6'8".
There's a number 1 team in the nation right now.
That's what I'm saying. And he knows how to get kids to come to his program. And that's the thing about it,
it's not so much getting kids coming to his program. It's what he does with the kids that are already in his program. You look at Bixby's rosters over the past, during this time that they've been dominating.
Yes, sir.
It's not like they're flooded with 4- and 5-star talent.
No,
they're not. I mean, you got Jinx always has on paper. Jinx always has a better roster than them. Owasso has had a better roster than them. Choctaw has had a better roster than them on paper. And then they go out there and beat them by 40, 50 points every year. It's just the way it's the system.
The system
that's the thing. If you haven't watched it already, you need to. There's a documentary on YouTube on the Bixby football team and how that stuff is run just behind the scenes of Bixby football. You got to watch it.
I got to watch that.
It's I forget the name of it. I'll have to text it to you later. But it's the excellence that Montgomery demands out of his players. It's the respect that the players have for him. It's a two-way thing. He respects his players. His players respects him. He has their back. They have his.
Yep.
And it's just, and they play smash mouth football. They'll beat you over the top too. But it's just what he's been able to do there with not he doesn't have the most talented roster year in and year out, like on paper, but he goes out and kills teams by 50, 60 points week in and week out.
Yes, sir.
Now he has the number one ranked team in the nation. So I think, and I think that's a kind of coach that you need at Oklahoma State, because Oklahoma State doesn't have the NIL resources that, the rest, that a lot of the rest of the country has. So you're not going to be getting you're not going to be getting a lot of 4 or 5 star guys to come to Oklahoma State. One, because who the hell wants to live in Stillwater, Oklahoma? That place is terrible. But I think he'd be a great fit. I don't know if that would be something that he would want to do, though, because NIL is still a part of it. I mean, players are still, when you're recruiting players,
what about Saban? But folks, I'm going to say something real quick. I know everybody's like, what is he eating? I'm starving. I got me some Cheez-Its and some sweet tea, unsweet tea, because if I had sweet tea, I'd be beeping. Coach Big E knows that. But, what about Saban, though? You think Saban has a chance? I've been hearing his name thrown around.
Saban is not coming back. If he's coming back, it's not to be at Oklahoma State. It's not. There's no way.
And I don't think Oklahoma State got the money to throw at him if Boone Pickens was. I mean, I think if Boone Pickens was around. They
wasted all their money on freaking getting Gundy out of there. His buyout was like 15 million, something like that.
So I got to ask you this question. A young man that you played ball with that real, that was at UCO. He took his talents up to Stillwater. Terrell Davis. Do you think he made the right move? I know he got a little bit of money to go there, but they're not going to make the playoffs. I mean, he did. He was like pretty much an All-American receiver at UCO. Now he goes to Oklahoma State. He's not having a great year. Not saying it's bad, but I know he's playing at a higher level.
Because he had a better quarterback throwing to him at UCO than he did at OSU.
That's another thing I was going to ask you too. They don't have a QB. They're playing a guy this week. I mean, how bad is Oklahoma State? They might be as bad as Star Spencer. Yeah. I'm not knocking them, but Star ain't one of the best teams. But I'm just saying, you're a Division I QB. I mean, Division I team, and don't have a QB on the roster. I mean, everybody's hurt.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But shout out to LaDainian Fields. He got his first pick six last week. So a guy that we know we've had on the show. So congratulations to him and his family for getting that. But that's big time though. When you're a freshman, he's just a red shirt. So I don't know if he'll stay there, if he'll get a transfer portal. I bet he's over. I bet he's rethinking it now.
It all depends on who else they get in there. And here's the thing with what I said about Coach Montgomery. He knows Oklahoma.
Yes.
So, and Oklahoma State, they've always been able to do the most with the in-state talent that they get. So that would be another reason why. But other guys that I'm looking at, I can't think of their names right now, but the head coach at Texas State and the head coach at North Texas. I think those are two guys that are.
North Texas is doing good, man. Shout out to Hawkins, young man that was at North Rock Creek. I mean, he's balling out. I mean, they're sitting at 5-0. When's the last time North Texas was sitting? They got a better record. They're going to a bowl game. They're going bowling. Not Oklahoma State.
Yeah, and they play USF this year, this week, which is USF's probably the best Group of 5 team in the nation this year. Unless if I'm
they can get that win. Hey, they got a chance to get themselves in the playoffs too.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but it'd be interesting to see who Oklahoma State chooses next. I think that athletic director they have, he's not a bad athletic director. I think he'll be able to get the right guy in there. But just at a place like Oklahoma State, it has to be a certain guy. You can't just throw anybody in there. I mean, you got to
the right fit.
Kind of know, right? It's got to be the right fit. And yeah, I think it's interesting. I think you threw out Saban earlier. I don't think Saban. I mean, Saban would probably ruin his legacy if he took that Oklahoma State job.
No, he probably would. He probably would.
Because look at Bill Belichick. Look at North Carolina right now.
Whew.
Awful.
He should have took his young girlfriend and went on. Big E, anything else before we get out of here though? Because like I said, big week. OU Texas, folks. If you was under a rock,
I gotta get my game prediction, my score prediction.
Oh no, let's do it. Let me hear real quick. I gotta give you a little bit of grief. What's wrong with your Yellow Jackets? Sitting at 2-3.
I don't know. I'm an OU grad now, so I don't. I'm worried about OU.
Okay.
I'm worried about OU, but no. I think I'm pretty sure they graduated a lot of talent. Choctaw.
Yeah, they did.
But,
They did.
Yeah.
But took a tough loss last week. Bigsby beat up on them. Montgomery beat up on them a couple weeks. Just lost to PCO.
I didn't know the guy that we had on was it last year before Turnbull.
Yeah, Turnbull. Yeah, transferred over from Millwood to there. I mean, that's just what's that, man. When you come on this show, you become a star, baby. That's what we do. We make stars.
Yeah,
we make stars. I love it. Well, come on, talk to me about your prediction. What you got?
Score prediction. I got a close one too, and I also got a kind of a low scoring one. I consider it low scoring. But I think I got OU 27, Texas 24.
One more time.
OU 27-24.
That's a good score. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. No shape or way. I mean, I think it's going to be a close game. And turnovers. Has OU even got a turnover yet this year? I know for the longest they did not.
They got a pick they got a pick last week against Kent State.
And this team leads in all categories. They're either one or two in the nation, and they got one turnover.
If OU forces a turnover at any point in the game, I'm just going to go ahead and celebrate because their defense is that good. You take the ball away from it. Well, I'll say this: if they get a turnover and score off of it, I think the game's over at that point. Honestly, but
yes, sir.
No.
Well, Big E, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. Like I said, I know we can come back here in a week and talk about. Like I said, I'm going to South Carolina. I'd like to talk about that game before I go. Then we kind of recap the OU Texas game. Like I said, I think it's going to be an exciting game. I think this is going to be a game. I know even though Texas is down, I think it's going to be a good game all 4 quarters. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't think it's going to be one of those games that, you turn it off at halftime and you fix go work on the yard. I think it's going to be a game. I think it's going to be a game that OU's got to. They got to go play good ball. They can't turn the ball over. Hawkins can't. If it's Hawkins, he's going to have to control the ball. He can't be throwing stuff up like it's like they're playing. Let's say game you throw the ball and you got points. Yeah, you can't be doing that. I mean, he can't be having our receivers running to the wall and overthrowing them. He has to go out and play a good game. I know he was probably nervous a little bit. I didn't get to watch a lot of the game. We had my granddaughter's birthday party, but. Anytime you get 42-3 was that the final 42-0 or 42-3?
44-0 was
44-0. I mean, still put up some points. Good job on the defense. Like I said, big shutout. Kent State did move the ball on them a little bit, but hey, that's part of it though. It's going to happen. But like you said, OU is running guys in and out, and a bunch of guys. So one thing I do like about that, they're keeping them fresh though. So when it comes fourth quarter, they ready to go. But Big E, give me something before you get out of here. Tell me something good before you get out of here. Tell me something good.
Tell you something good.
Something good.
You put me on the spot, Tony.
Come on now. What's been going on? What you been doing? You been going out in the clubs?
No hitting the clubs. No going out. No. What did we do? What did we do this past weekend? Oh, we went to the casino. I lost more money.
You got to get you out of the casinos, man.
Yeah,
folks, if you see his face and you see him when you check out this show, when you like and subscribe. Please do not let him in the casino, folks. Please do not let him in the casino because, hey, that's a. Yeah. I like the parlay card because you know what?
The past 2 times I went, well, excluding this past time, I walked out of there positive, and then
but last week you didn't. But hey, if you get a chance, folks, don't let him in the casino. But I need you to like and subscribe to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports, and also to our show, OU's Practice Report. My man Big E. We'll be doing the Coach Jones show. Man, I'm kind of scared to call Coach Jones because man, ain't really nothing to talk about in Oklahoma State. It's kind of bare over there, man.
Maybe Coach Jones is taking phone calls to be the head coach.
Nah, man, he got to worry about Del City. He escaped the close.
Del City's looking good this year, though. I like Del City. Del
City's good, but you know what? I mean, when you start looking at 5A, you still got Carl Albert, Bishop McGinnis, Del City, Guthrie being in the mix. Lawton, McCarthy, you can't ever count those guys out. 6A, you're looking at 6A big. You're probably just looking at Bigsby, Jinx again, rematch. I don't know over Wasso.
682 is kind of wide open a little bit.
682, I think Stillwater's pretty good. I got to watch them play against Carl Albert. Got a lot of talent. Putnam City was okay. I think if you shut down the running game and make CJ throw the ball, it might be a different ball game. You can't count Choctaw out neither, though, you know. So I'm really looking forward to what they do. You know, Carl Albert's backup quarterback ended up transferring over there. So it depends on what they do with Gary. Huh?
Mid-season transfer?
Man, you do what you want to do these days. Hey, Big E. Yeah, you want to pack up and leave.
Is he eligible to play? I don't know how this new transfer.
I think if you move, I think they said if you move, you can play. You know, but I think he got to sit out 15 days, then he can play. But hey, it is what it is. But he's a good little QB. He'll get a chance to play. You know, if he don't play this year, he'll be the starter next year, and then it'll go from there, though. But Big E, man, I love you, brother. We'll do this again here in another week. Are you going down to the game? What's your plans for the game?
I think we're just gonna watch it at the house. That's the plans for right now, unless something changes. But
you got some Frosties, some beverages.
Cannot confirm nor deny.
All right. Whatever you do, you be careful, man, and we'll catch you next time on Keep It 100 OU Practice Report with my man Big E. We'll see you, brother. Take care.
See you.
See you. But folks, man, that's my man Big E, folks, man. I love the guy, man. Like I said, he started Keep It 100 with me. He got it rocking and rolling. As you see, we still going. And it's good to bring him on. We can talk OU football because he knows what's going on inside and outside. He knows the guys' names, their birthdays, their mother's names, and all that stuff. So that's a good thing about having him, that he can come in here and then educate me. You still me. I'm still having a hard time saying the QB1's name, but I know he's good. I can tell you that. He got a chance to win a Heisman, but I do think he'll play this week, you know. I mean, you know, it's funny because I saw some clips of him already throwing the ball, but maybe not. And I saw him the other day. He had that big old cast on. So it'd be really interesting what happens. But like I said, I think they're keeping it on the wraps. You know, this is a big rival game. Last year, Texas beat up on them. You don't know. Only thing Venables could win. So I'm looking forward to it. But folks, we love you over here at Keep It 100. It's time for us to do our thing and move on. Always keep 100 high school sports. And OU Practice Report with my man Big E. We'll catch you next time. Like I said, we need you to like and subscribe and give us some feedback about the game. What you guys think about the game? Say something in the comment. Let me and Big E know what you want to know about OU and what's going on over there. We'll catch you next time. And keep it 100. High school sports. See ya.